think it's, this is a idea that's for us is special to play the album before we even record it, before the songs are kind of really finished. And, Mexico City has always, whenever we've played here, they've always been really special shows. So I think, combining those two, it's just those two sort of like special, unique ways of, creatively doing stuff. It seemed like just the best place to do it. We've always had such a warm welcome when we've come here, and we feel comfortable here. And I don't know these guys.
I think we are sort of conscious of, all of us have been in the game for long enough now that we want to try to mix up or challenge ourselves to change the process of how we make this next record and do something special on the way, and while at the same time making the best record of our lives. So part of it was, okay, well, as we work on music, how can we change up our process? And it's like, okay, well, we're in the middle of writing, let's go do a show. And instead of just doing it around the corner in Montreal or something, let's go somewhere special. And a couple like Jeff and I have never been to Mexico City before. Years have been without us before, and it was like it was the first suggestion was, let's go to Mexico City. The fans there are amazing. It'll get us a chance to sort of cut our teeth and instead of playing in front of more cynical audience in Brooklyn or something, play for an audience that'll really appreciate it. So we're consciously letting people know that these are semi-rehearsal shows. It's going to be a really good show.
Well, I know going to a show and seeing a band playing new songs, you kind of want to hear them play the hits, and you want to be able to sing along. But I think the way we're going to play these new songs, with a lot of heart and energy and passion, will carry across into the audience, and kind of not them. Obviously, they won't forget that we're playing new songs, but they'll really, they'll be part of the experience because we want to give that to them. So even though they won't be singing along and knowing every chorus, they'll still be right there with us because we're going to give it everything that we have.
Hopefully the songs will be so good, they're singing along, even though they don't know the words.
That's right. Yeah.
It'll be psychically transmitted to their brains.
We all remember the parts we forgot.
Yeah. Like, you made a mistake. How would you know? I just know.
I think we wanted to, first of all, document this whole thing, but then also, there's just a bunch of ideas that we had to let's film it, let's record it, let's make a recording before we make a recording, and just to almost like we're documenting the whole process of making the album.
I think it's a lot more interesting if you like a band, even if you're not the most rabid fan, but I think it's more interesting to see a kind of unpolished, unvarnished version of the band, like if you watch the Sympathy for the Devil movie of the Rolling Stones, when you see them in the studio and they're writing this song we all know, and you see them playing really bad versions of it as they're just hashing it out, and to me that's much more exciting than the polished, preen version at the end. And I think if you like the Deers, the show will be very polished, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be out there total amateurs, but I think you'll see part of what we're trying to do kind of with the website Natalia's putting together, just see a bit of the slightly less polished version of the band and the process of making a record.
When we were, as we were saying in a previous interview about when we were making Missiles, it was, when we had a bunch of people that were in the band that left, it was really hard. We had to really think about what it was, what the Deers was and what it meant. Was it? And it was really a realization of that it's not about us or the people or Murray or me or anyone. It was more about finding people that shared a sort of vision and shared a vibe, and that we could express this music with.
It's kind of really taken over the music industry so much, that it's just there's so much congestion in the blogosphere, internetosphere. I don't know what.
Well, everyone's like, we need more. You need to
Yeah.
give more to the internet.
Yeah, but the nice thing about it is that you can communicate directly with people and find out, like a situation like this in Mexico that once these shows were announced, there was so much. We got so many messages, and we're getting personal messages from people just so excited to see you, and so it's like you can have a dialogue really openly with fans. Hopefully that remains a positive thing, and people seem really excited about the new record. And part of this idea of documenting the process and having people be open to the process, then that's the nice side of it, that people can be somewhat involved, even though in the end it's up to us to make the music. But like, that's the good part of it. The bad part about it might be just like some band, like, we have 1 million followers. Oh, but we're a terrible band, and
They're like
it's
trying
kind
to
of-
like quantify your success.
it's
by-
kind of sort of the currency of the day of like MySpace or Twitter, that generating followers and generating a presence on the internet might be outshadowing just making great music. So we're trying to balance the two.